Okay, so the smashed confit potatoes, you're gonna have your potatoes in this container, and then you're gonna have a very strong garlicky aioli here, and then we're gonna have Brava sauce here. This is modeled after patatas bravas in Spain. The first thing we're gonna do is I've got a pan on. I've got it on high right now while it heats up. While that's heating up, we're gonna take a tray. We're gonna take our potatoes, and we're gonna use the palm of our hand and just push down on them and kind of break each one. So this way they will, we can sear the sides of them and the edges will get nice and crispy without having to use a fryer or anything like that. It'll take a minute to go through and kind of crush all of them, but I promise you it's worth it. The Brava sauce itself, we roasted a bunch of red peppers. There's sherry vinegar in it, there's pimenton in it, there's some espelette in it, some raw garlic. It's just really bright and smoky and fresh, and it's really, really awesome. It turned out really nice. So we got 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all our potatoes are smashed. Our pan's heating up. I'm gonna take a little bit of canola oil. You can use olive oil if you want. I like canola oil because it has a higher smoking point. I can tell instantly the pan here is very, very hot. Sizzle it around a bit. You shut that door. I'm gonna take my potatoes. Pan's very hot, oil's very hot. Be careful with your hands. We're just gonna sit each one on the side that we crushed it on. The flat side is gonna get set in the pan. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it sizzles as soon as it goes in because our pan's nice and hot. Each one of these is gonna go in. We're gonna sear each side of the potato for probably about 3 minutes for it to get nice and caramelized and crispy. So we're gonna let these hang out for about 3 minutes. So it's been about 3.5 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and flip all our potatoes because I can see around the edges of the potatoes that it's getting nice and dark and caramelized. So I'm gonna use an offset and my finger and just kind of place the finger on top and flip the potato over. Just don't burn yourself. These potatoes were confit in olive oil with garlic and rosemary and thyme, peppercorns, coriander, a little bit of fennel seed. You can smell all those things pretty much individually as you're searing these potatoes, which is why one of the reasons I really love them. So we flipped all our potatoes and we're gonna let them hang out again on this side for about 3 minutes. Okay, it's been about 3.5 minutes on this side. 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. I'm going to transfer them all to a container and bring them over here. I would use a bowl for this, like a shorter bowl with some surface area on the bottom, because we are going to spread out our sauce, or at least our aioli, on the bottom before we put our our potatoes in. Just be careful when you're taking these out. The oil on the bottom of the pan is obviously really, really hot, and I don't want you to burn yourself. Okay, so turn your pan off, and we're gonna come over here. You can see the potatoes, they're nice and caramelized, the skin's starting to blister up. It'll be nice and crunchy, but the confit middle of the potato is gonna be nice and creamy. We're gonna take a little bit of our finishing salt, and then just season our potatoes. And then, like I said, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. He's very hungry and he's making a bunch of noise. I'm gonna elect to put the aioli on the bottom of the plate, and I'm gonna put the Brava sauce on the side for dipping. So this aioli we actually made with the confit oil from the potatoes. So it's very, very strong and garlicky, but it's got all the nice herbs from the confit oil in it as well. You got more here than what you need. If you really like aioli, go for it. So I put it on the bottom, and I just spread it out a bit. It's kind of like such. Just spread it out on the bottom of this, like that. And then on top of that, we are going to put our potatoes. Nice crispy edges on these, creamy center. And then lastly, we are going to, I'm just going to put this on top. I'm just going to drizzle it on top, like such. You can put it on the side if you want to dip on the side. You can put this on the bottom, the aioli on the top, however you want to eat it. It's yours to do whatever you want. That's really it. Tatas bravas, confit potatoes.